Hello friends, in this session we look at DataRobot. Let's quickly explore it. I thought if I'm exploring it, why not create a video where you can also find it useful. If you don't have the time to explore it yourself, you can always watch this video and pick up the learnings. Okay, so let's get started. So primarily DataRobot, as you know, is a AI/ML data science platform that helps you get started with a no code, low code approach easily. So let's see. So as soon as so it offers a 30 days trial period. If you sign it up, then this is how the landing page is looking like. It is basically opened up a app for me. It's app.datarobot.com, and it has, I think, some use cases. And so the first thing, let's see if we can get it, explore the menu and what is there. So if you see, there are two tabs essentially. One, it is saying that do you want a no code approach or you want to use the notebook approach. So if you click here, there is this notebooks where you can create a use case, and then you can create or import a notebook. You can launch the notebook session, and then you can run the notebook code. And if you don't want the notebook approach, then you can create a new use case. You can connect and preview data, build models with ML experiment, make predictions, or create an app. So let's see what happens if we go here and go for the no code, create a use case. So okay, so you have created a use case. That's the first thing. So the first thing is to use case. So let us see this one. Let's see, exploring AI/ML with Data Studio with DataRobot. Alteryx and Data IQ are also equally good, so it depends on what organization you are in. Doesn't hurt to be familiar with few of them. So let's see what DataRobot flow is. Okay, so we have created a use case. We've called it exploring. We have just given it a name. And then let's look at the data sets. What data sets we have? Okay, so we don't have a data sets. Let us possibly, okay, so let's see the tool. So preparing data, connect or upload your data, preview your data. So does it have any preloads? What is this? Add new data sets, add new experiment, upload note. Okay, so let's add a data set. This section will list data sets associated with the use case. Let us add a data set. So if we, so it has data stores, it has a data readmission data. Some data is already there, so let us use that in the data registry. It can also connect to Snowflake, it seems. So let us go and click here. Let's add it to the use case. Okay, so now we have one data set. Now let us preview the data. Let's go to the data set here. So how do we skip? Let's skip this tour, or we still, if you want to have it. So you see this is the source is Snowflake, and the data that we got is okay. So do we want to explore it? We can explore it, we can wrangle it, and we can also start modeling. Let's explore the data. So it gives a visual form of it. So we have categorical data field called race. This is hospital readmission data, and we have gender, male, female. We have age, 70 to 80%, 26%, 60 to 70%, 70 age are 22%, others 52%. We have missing values in the weight, and weight somehow is marked as categorical. Age is also categorical, which is not. So let us look here. It's given in range, that's why it is given as category. And then it has admission type, everything is categorical. Okay, time in hospital is numeric. Number of lab procedures, there is a prayer code also. Okay, number of medication, number of outpatient, emergencies, inpatient, diagnosis. We have diagnosis also, a result. Okay, so we have some data, so we have the data, so we can preview it. If we want, we can start wrangling with it. Let's see what options it is giving us for wrangling. So it is generating random sample, so it's generating a sample. And those categorical things have now become varchar. It's now loading the insights. Okay, so and let's see what it basically did. Discharge to home, time in hospital. Okay, so it has converted those categorical values. You see the age was in that range. Okay, disposition type, emergency room, time in hospital. Okay, now if you want to publish this recipe, whatever code you have written for your data wrangling, say now you will apply all the operations of this to the source data and create an output data set. Here are some configurations you can specify to materialize the data in Snowflake. So you can publish to Snowflake, you can do a preview here. So this is after wrangling, we have the wrangle data sets. Let us publish it to the data registry. Okay, so now we have two data sets, one is original, another is after wrangling. You have the data. Okay, let us see how many, what is there. So that's a SQL recipe. We can have a look at what this recipe did. So it's just selecting few of the columns. Okay, so the recipe is just a select statement here. You can obviously write your code to do the formatting or whatever you want in new data wrangling. So now let us carry forward. Okay, let us, now that we have the data ready for modeling, let us then, it is asking us to start the modeling. Okay, so if we are starting the modeling, then first we need to define. Okay, he's preparing the data set for modeling. Then after, when we need to select what is our target variable here. Okay, so I think we were focusing on readmission, right? So let us see if we have anything there. Readmitted, yes, no. Alright, so let us see that. Okay, so what is the chances? Let us take this as the y, and let's, yeah, so this is what it is. it will say, so if we choose this as a categorical variable, that is will now it will turn to a modeling statement where we'll predict if it's admitted or not. And then let's click on the modeling. So it is saying that it has taken the wrangle data sets. Oh, but it is empty. I don't know why it's showing rows as 0. And feature is readmitted, binary classification, partition method, stratified sampling, cross validation if you want with 20% holdout. So if it wants to, you want to change something, you want to say if it's which type of sampling it is, you can also see the fold and holation. Okay, so the settings are there. If you change it, will reflect. Now let's start the modeling. Now, congratulations, you have completed, you have built a model. 3 of the 4 tasks is done. So this is how easy it is. It's trying to make it here. So I think it is totally low code, no code for those who really have just want to play around with certain things. This is okay, but I would reserve my comments on how, if you really should use this. There are other enterprise ML AI ML tools. So let us just it looks good, so it's very easy to use. That's the first impression that is coming out, and definitely a business users who knows just basics of AML, he can get started on it. So, but I'm not sure if data scientists will really enjoy this, but okay. So it has used elastic net classifier, it has used Keras slim residual network, again elastic net classifier. So 2-3 models it has picked up and it is building it. So let's come back. So we had taken a pause when with the models building was going on. So now we see it had built quite a few models, one for Keras random forest classifier using Genie. Then it had used elastic net classifier, generalized additive models, and then gradient boosted trees, and similarly light GBM. And so but then it has saying that it has basically picked up extreme gradient boosted tree classifier with LD stopping, and this he has prepared for deployment. So this is whatever is suited for deployment, it has picked up. It is showing what is the metric use, what was the validation score, what is the cross validation use, how much holdout was there. Then when you can have a look at the ROC curve. So we looked at data sets, we looked at experiments, application notebook we didn't explore as of now. So continue exploring here. So this is the ROC curve, we have the confusion matrix, and then we have the lift chart, okay, and the feature impact. Okay, so which feature is the most important one? Number of inpatients. Then discharge disposition ID, number of lab procedures he had, medical specialty, then diagnostics. Okay. So these are all contributing to you, the features which contribute to you being a patient being readmitted. Okay, so now we have selected the model, then what next? You can make predictions, you can create app, you can generate a compliance report. I don't know what that is. Let's check that. Let's build a compliance report. If this license permits, download. So it is building some compliance report. Once that is enabled, it will, I think this download will be enabled. Let us look at let's make some predictions. Okay, it's asking for the prediction data set. How do you want to predict it? And if I just want to go back in the model actions, let me create a okay, I thought we had created this generate compliance report. We will wait for it. Automatic download will begin when the report generation completes. So where does it keep it? We will have a look later then on this. Let's create an app. If what happens, what is the predictor? So we know configure predictor app, say pre-admission, using the model that we have used. What configurations are there? Primarily the name. And do you want anyone to access? Okay, let's build the app. Okay, so it has created an app for you. Let's authorize that. Okay, this is how, if we want to do any prediction, do we have a catalog? Okay, let us use this wrangle set only, use this data set, and let's see what happens. Batch prediction job has been submitted successfully. So this is an app where you will just give your inputs and you will get the output. So yeah, that's how. And you have got a web application for it. Application has application ID. See now, okay, so it's there. So if you see here, if somebody was discharged to home and the number of diagnosis was 9, there's a high prediction that the person will be readmitted. Okay, so this is how it's there. Okay, I think let us go back to the workbench. So we have created one application, we have one experiment. Just wanted to check what happened to our compliance report. Where do we see it? Okay, so there is a model documentation also. Job is ran, predictions, explanations. So let's see what is in the catalog. So catalog is basically our data sets here, model registry. Okay, so this one which was deployed is now added, available in the registry. Okay, and it is deployed, and how many models we have. So it has also created nice documentation for us. This one was used, recommended for deployment, prepared for deployment. Okay. Autopilot has finished. If you want more accuracy, then you can do that. Okay, so this is your leaderboard of models. This is the repo of models. Okay, so many models are there. You can possibly choose from this, and you have insights. Okay, you have learning curves. Learning curves is what you view how model performance changes at sample size changes, speed versus accuracy, model comparison. Okay, I don't have any notebooks. We have something called a value tracker. There are no use cases created. Create a value tracker to track your AI initiative. Okay. Okay, I think we will stop for now. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. So how do I stop it now? You have a good time. Thanks.